Welcome to Balas's YouTube channel. Let us study about gravitation chapter 1 for class 10 part 4. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. You can see a red button below, that is a subscribe button. You have to click the subscribe button if you like the video. Gravitational potential energy. The energy stored in an object because of its position is called potential energy. As we go to a greater height, potential energy is mgh. On the ground, your potential energy is 0. Why? Because the formula for potential energy is mgh. So here on the ground, the height is 0. So m into g into 0 is 0. But here as you go higher and higher, your height changes. So you will be having some value for the potential energy. When h is small, if it is compared to the radius of the earth, we can assume g to be constant and can use the above formula, that is mgh. But what if the height increases? As I said, as we go above and above, higher and higher, the value of g decreases. So here if the height increases, then the value of g decreases. You can see the clip over here. As we go higher and higher, the value of g decreases. For an object at infinite distance, you know what do you mean by infinite distance? Let's see a clip over here. This is the earth. This is an object. This is the infinite distance. The object is going higher and higher at an infinite distance. So for an infinite object at infinite distance from the earth, the value of g here is 0. As we discussed previously, on the surface of the earth, the value of g is 9.8. But as we go higher and higher, the value of g decreases slowly and at last it becomes 0, and the infinite distance has the value of g as 0. Earth's gravitational force does not act on the object. So here the potential energy is also 0. Thus for smaller distance, that is the height, the potential energy is less than 0, and less than 0 means it is negative. So when the object is at a height from the surface of the earth, then potential energy is equal to minus g mm upon r plus h. Escape velocity. Escape velocity. Now let me tell you what you mean by escape velocity. When a ball is thrown upward, its velocity decreases because it goes up due to gravitation. Now here the velocity becomes 0 after reaching a certain height, and after that the stone falls down. So here its maximum height, it depends upon the initial velocity. So according to the Newton's third equation of motion, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now here v is our final velocity and our final velocity is 0. Now let me explain you. When you throw a ball, you throw a ball with a force. So here u is not 0, u has some value. But when the ball goes up and up, slowly the speed decreases, that is the velocity decreases, and here the final velocity becomes 0. But when it comes down, again the initial velocity is 0, but the final velocity is v. So here v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So when the ball goes up, our v, that is the final velocity, is 0. That means u square plus 2as. Now here our a is our g, gravitation. Now always remember, whenever you throw something up, that is against the gravity, because gravity is here down, g is down, the earth is pulling down, but we are throwing a ball up which is opposite to the gravity. At that time g is negative, but when the ball comes down, g is positive. Now here we are talking about when a stone or a ball, when it goes up, when we throw the ball or a stone up, here g is negative. So 0 is equal to u square plus 2 into minus g into s. So 0 is equal to u square minus 2gs. Now bring this to minus 2gs. When it comes this side, it becomes 2gs. So 2gs is equal to u square. That means s is equal to u square upon 2g. Now here, this is the maximum height of the ball. S is the height of the ball. Let's say for an example, when I throw a ball from here upward, it goes to a certain limit, then it comes down, right? But here the initial velocity is less. But if the initial velocity is large, and if I throw a ball up in the sky with a higher initial velocity, the ball will go out of the space and this ball will not come down, because as we go higher and higher, the value of g decreases, and in the space the value of g is very small, that the ball will not come down, will not reach down. So this initial velocity, we call this as escape velocity. Thus, higher the initial velocity, larger is the height reached by the ball. The reason for this is that higher the initial velocity, the ball will oppose the gravity of the earth, more and larger will be the height to which it can reach. So we have seen above that the value of g keeps decreasing as we go higher and higher above the surface of the earth. Now, thus the force pulling the ball downward decreases as the ball goes up. If we keep increasing the initial velocity of the ball, it will reach larger and larger height, and above a particular value of the initial velocity of the ball is able to overcome the downward pull of the earth and can escape the earth forever and will not fall back. Now this velocity, we call this as escape velocity. Now let us determine this value by the law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy. An object going vertically upward, in this way, if it's going vertically upward from the surface of the earth, it have an initial velocity that is equal to escape velocity. Escape velocity means when you throw a ball up, the velocity increases, and thus the ball goes on the space and the ball will not come down. That velocity we call as an escape velocity. So the force of the gravity being inversely proportional to the square, the force of the gravity is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. It becomes zero only at the infinite distance from the earth. That means from here, if this is a space, this distance we call this as infinite distance. So let's say for an object M, we'll take two conditions. If on the surface of the earth, kinetic energy is what? What is the formula for kinetic energy? Half mv square. I'll write here escape velocity because the velocity is an escape velocity because on the surface of the earth. Potential energy, as I mentioned before, it is minus gmm upon r. So what is the total energy? Potential energy plus potential energy. Your kinetic energy is half mv escape velocity, the whole square, plus potential energy is minus gmm upon r. Now let's say we'll take, here I have taken on the surface of the earth, let us take at infinite distance. Infinite distance from the earth. Now what do you mean by infinite distance from the earth? From the earth, if you take a height, a distance, it is on the surface. We call it as infinite distance. There is no gravity. So the kinetic energy is zero. Potential energy is also minus gm upon, here the distance is infinity, so it is zero. Potential energy also zero. So what about total energy? Kinetic energy plus potential energy. Your kinetic is zero, potential is zero, so the total energy is zero. From the principle of conservation of energy, we have taken two energies previously. One is E1, other is E2, in which E2 was 0 and E1 we got it as half mv square escape minus gmm upon r. And this side E2 was 0 because that kinetic energy was also 0, potential energy was also 0. So kinetic plus potential is equal to 0. Here kinetic energy is half mv square, potential energy is minus gmm upon r. That is E1. So let us solve this. You have to take this minus gm, when it goes there it becomes half mv square escape, I write this as escape, is equal to, minus will become plus when we go that side, so it becomes gmm upon r. M and m cancels each other. This 2 will go there. So here what is remaining? V square, that is escape velocity, that is equal to, this 2 will go there, 2 gm upon r. So when we remove the square, here you will get a square root. So V escape, I am removing the square, here you get 2 gm upon r. Understood? Okay. Now previously I taught you the formula for g. Now this is the formula for escape velocity. Now there is one more formula. G is equal to gm upon r square. Now let me take this V escape, that is equal to root of 2 gm upon r. Now here we require r square, so multiply this by r on both the side. We get v escape is equal to root of 2 gm r upon r square. Now what is this gm upon r square? This is your g. So what you will write? Root 2. In place of gm upon r square, I write g and this r. Now this is another formula for escape velocity. If I write the value 2 into, what is the formula for g? It is 9.8. What is the radius of Earth? 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. If you calculate this, you will get 11.2 kilometer per second. Now the spacecraft, the spacecraft which are sent to the moon or any other planets have to have their initial velocity larger than the escape velocity so that they can overcome the Earth's gravitational attraction and can travel to these objects.
Let us see some clips for escape velocity. Here, when a ball is thrown upward, its velocity decreases because of the gravitation of the Earth. Here the velocity becomes 0 after reaching a certain height. See here, when it goes up, it goes to a certain height. Here the velocity becomes 0. V is equal to 0. Now when it comes down, at that time the initial velocity is 0. So when the ball is thrown up, your final velocity is 0, but when the ball comes down, your initial velocity is 0. After that the stone starts falling down, its maximum height depends on the initial velocity. According to Newton's third equation of motion, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. V is equal to final velocity of the ball, that is 0. A is your minus g. Therefore, put v is equal to 0 and a is equal to minus g. What you see? 0 is equal to u square plus 2 into minus g into s, and the maximum height of the ball is s. So after calculating, you get s is equal to minus u square upon 2g. Thus, higher the initial velocity u, the large is the height reached by the ball. Let me tell you in details about the escape velocity. Now, what exactly it is? The reason for this is that the higher the initial velocity, the ball will oppose the gravity of the earth more, and larger will be the height to which it can reach. So when the rocket goes up, the initial velocity is more. So the rocket goes to a greater height at the space and it does not comes down. We call it as a escape velocity. We have seen above that the value of g keeps decreasing as we go higher above the surface of the earth. Thus, the force pulling the ball downward decreases as the ball goes up. Here you can see a clip over here. Initial velocity, that is the initial distance from the center. An object goes up, escape velocity, and the direction is not matter, it can go in any direction. So object escape from the gravitational field of the massive body without further impulse. So we call this as escape velocity, and the formula for escape velocity is VESC is equal to square root of 2 gm upon r. If we keep increasing the initial velocity of the ball, it will reach larger and larger height and above a particular value of initial velocity of the ball. The ball is able to overcome the downward pull by the earth and can escape the earth forever and will not fall back on the earth. This velocity is called as escape velocity. Thank you students for watching this video. If you like the video, subscribe it.